Now this is a game from 2006, Destroy All Humans! I vaguely heard about it back then, and mind you, it is a PlayStation 2 game here in this video demonstration, and somehow I have a deja vu that I've seen these type of graphics before. Yeah, you know I had to chuck in the old She-Hulk right there and then because, oh God, I've got to do a review of that today. But when I say a review, it's more observations because anybody can review something. But when you sit down and you pick things apart, that's where the fun, ladies and gentlemen, takes place. Now you're asking me the question, Jace, why are we talking about a game from 2006? Well, first of all, bozos, video games in that era, in that middle part, the smack bang part of the thousands or the noughties, were fantastic. Really, really great. Nothing gave me more sense of joy than going down on a Friday afternoon or at lunchtime to my local game store in Croydon to see what new titles were coming out. You really had a buzz. You really felt like the money you were earning each month or each week, and you just couldn't wait to spend some of those hard-earned coffers on a really great video game title you're excited about. So this blonde bird right here is Natalia. She's one of the she's actually one of two leading protagonists in this game. And, you know, PlayStation 2.
Somebody engineered it for
it is what it is.
You have a better explanation?
Now, you can imagine my shock yesterday. I was watching a review of this. When I saw this. I nearly spat my drink out. I thought this is going to be a joke, right? Then nobody's going to be releasing a game in 2022 with a female character who looks like this. I mean, this is, like, if you haven't seen the title already, it's Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed. Obviously a very clever way from THQ Nordic to say remastered. Look at that. Based female. Just what I like to see in my video game. You know what other things I like in a female too, right? Because I've often said it before on my channel. And you know, I'm a gentleman. I do mostly prefer blondes, but man, I do like a good redhead. And I've got a video coming out later on, folks, where I talk about a very certain redhead who I like and the direction that particular character is taking, which I'm very happy to see. So let's play a bit of this.
What about what I was after?
It's been arranged. A piece of your spaceship has been hidden nearby. Here are the coordinates.
I like the coordinates.
Okay. Just give me a second to get it here.
Wow.
Tovarish, I'll wait for you to take up.
Man, oh man. I mean, she's got childbearing hips. I'm going to say that much. Now, in case you're wondering how they can get away with this, the game is actually set in the 1960s, and there's lots of great throwbacks to that era, like one of the greatest eras of all time. I think it's set in San Francisco, so you've got guys walking around topless. Obviously, you don't see their front part, which is a relief, actually. But isn't it refreshing, folks, in a day and an age where you can see a female protagonist remastered looking this based, oh my God, and looking like something out of a James Bond film as well. Isn't it great to see that a female protagonist who is attractive, who is intelligent, and who is kick-ass? But it seems that in today's games, you can only have the latter two qualities. You know, that's all you can go by because video games will tell you today that's what you need to do with a female protagonist or antagonist. And what I jokingly said, like, wow, the one video game remaster that Anita Sarkeesian didn't have her gritty little hands on. If you don't know who Anita Sarkeesian is, she's that woman that was doing the whole the gaming tropes back in, what, 2014, I think it was. And the ironic thing with Anita Sarkeesian, she's actually a pretty attractive woman. I think she's Armenian. And but, you know, with the attractiveness comes the insufferability, right? I mean, you know, when she walks through that door and she's telling people, look, you can't have attractive females in your video game anymore. There can't be the damsel in distress. You've got to reverse the way people enjoy video games. But Anita, that's the big mistake you made, darling. You don't tell us how to enjoy one of our favorite pastimes. You go do your thing, you go and grift, although from what I've last seen from Feminist Frequency, no one really gives a shit. That channel, while it's still active and it does get some views, it doesn't get the record-breaking views it did back in the day. So, and the reason why I do mention Anita Sarkeesian in this video, because with the Saint Woke reboot recently that came out this week, and yeah, Embracer, the people that just bought that game as well, along with Tomb Raider and Deus Ex, they lost shares, didn't they? Which I thought was hilarious, because Saints Row, Saint Woke just died a death. And it's believed that back in 2014, one of the people on one of the game devs on that, the last one, I think it was Get Out of Hell, was talking about, oh, Anita Sarkeesian, she's gonna be, I like the way she thinks. And I thought, oh no, you know, you can see what's gonna happen. And then the remnants, you know, whether her stink was all over it, it's probably not hard to debate on that one, but I'm glad she was let nowhere near this. And you know what? I just cannot wait to buy this game now. Am I shallow? Yes. Do I enjoy an attractive woman? Of course I do. Why wouldn't I? I mean, bloody hell, man. You're not allowed to do that these days, are you? Because you get branded a perv, a creep, whatever. You can just sit back and enjoy, folks. Nothing wrong with that. Women enjoy attractive men. Men enjoy attractive women. What's the difference? Now, before I go, I just think this is really sad because, you know, apart from this fantastic reboot, this Reprobed reboot. So just going back to this quickly, now we've got an unnecessary remaster of The Last of Us Part 1 coming out on PlayStation 5 and 4, I believe, very soon. Very unnecessary. But what I hate about this is the cover. Because if you go to the original cover in 2013, okay, you probably, if you kind of more aware then, which I wasn't, nobody was, you got Ellie, who's kind of taking up the front space there, and Joel in the background. But you know, the characters, if you kind of look at it at a 90-degree angle, they're kind of almost level pegging, but they're not side by side, if you see what I mean. But now, we just have this, you know, all-powerful Ellie, little girl Ellie. She takes up the whole real estate of that cover, doesn't she? And poor Joel, you know, he's like he's like, the lone man walking towards whatever. Yeah, little did Joel know that what's going to happen to him in part 2. Yep, you should have said no to that game of golf, Joel. That's all I have to say on that one. And yeah, I mean, going back to Natalia quickly here in Destroy All Humans, you know, that's what we ask for, folks. An attractive, intelligent, badass female. I mean, people do find that attractive, but of course, when you talk about what is meant to be deemed as an acceptable female in video games now, no, Abby, no, go back in your hole and stay there. But if you enjoyed this video today, folks, make sure you leave a comment below, make sure you like the video, and if I were you, I would check me out on the next video.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.